Okay, so we're here at the Mount Yonah Mount Yonah trailhead here, uh, and gonna try to get to the top of it today. It's a 4.4 out and back trail, so it's 2.2 up, 2.2 down. Um, haven't been on this trail before. Apparently, it gets pretty steep at points. Um, but today is really mostly about testing out my knee. I've been kind of on the shelf since I was in Vermont about a month ago, um, and sporting a pretty hefty knee brace right now. But today's just about kind of get out there, see what my knee can handle, see if it's ready to do any hiking. Plan on making it to the top. There's apparently some pretty good views along the way and up on the top, so we should get some pretty good shots. I'm going to be taking the Stratos 34, my day pack today. I'm taking a little bit of just some snacks to eat up at the top. Got about 2 liters of water today. Probably don't need that much, but it's going to get warm, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to be up there, and I have no idea what the water situation is on the trail, and just who knows. With my knee, I'm trying to be ready for anything that happens in the next couple of hours. So we'll see. Who knows? I may make it a few steps on the trail and decide I can't do it. I may make it halfway up. I may make it all the way up. We'll just see how it goes. All right, I'll check in with you on the way up. So this is what the trail is looking like early on. It's pretty much straight up out of the parking lot. Really, it's kind of heavily bouldered trail, marked with these bright green blazes. Guess I'm about 0.3 out. Knee feels okay. We'll see. We're just gonna keep taking it easy. Just creeping up this mountain. See if we can make it to the top. Check back with you soon. All right, so we've been on kind of switchback after switchback now. We're coming to this kind of interesting set of stone steps. These hurt the knee a lot more than kind of the flat. Ooh, almost just went over the edge. Yes, we're about a mile in, almost a mile in. You know, the heat is not very, temperature's not very high right now, but the humidity is hanging in this, under this canopy, and it really feels like I'm hiking underwater, man. It's just already drenched at this point. All right, we're gonna keep going. All right, so we're at 1 mile right now, and as you can see, as we get higher, getting some pretty good rock formations. This apparently is a popular place with climbers. You can see there's a group camping down below. I see some crash pads in their camp, so I know they're here. And this morning there were already a couple leaving wearing harnesses and such. It's supposed to be pretty sketchy once you get to the top as far as getting out on the outcroppings. We'll see when we get there, because I'm gonna give it a try. All right, pushing on. All right, so we're at the 1.2 mile mark. There's a clearing here, as you can see. Great views over there. I guess that's to my right. You can see I was talking about earlier about climbers here. I just got passed up by this group, summer camp group out of Dahlonega, called Camp Glisten, and they've been camping up here for all week and climbing. They do rope climbing, top roping, and a little bit of bouldering up here. But yeah, it's a great climb. I mean, it's a tough climb. Supposed to get a little tougher here in this next mile, but when we take a little break here, grab something to snack on, to catch some views, and I'll get back with you soon. Okay, so as advertised, coming out of that field, climb kind of takes a more steeper grade. So looks like this will probably be for at least the next half mile. Apparently there's an old army installation up there or something. in about a half mile. I'm going to stop there. I'll check in unless there's something to see before then. I'll check in when I get there. See ya. Okay, so we've reached this Army training camp. My sources on Yonah Trail say that this is 1.6 miles. My GPS on the Trails app says 2 miles, so I don't know which one is right. But let's see what we got over here. So there's a lot of rooms. Looks like people have, at least smells like people have pissed in here. Bathrooms. No, seriously. Bathrooms. Smells pretty bad. Alright, so this would be a good place, I guess, to chill for a little bit. We're going to push on since I just took a break a few minutes ago. And kind of figure out where this thing's going. There's supposed to be a pretty good lookout viewpoint somewhere between here and the summit. My distances are off. I thought I'd already passed this and just missed it or something, but apparently not. So I'll check in again when we get there. By the way, right before this, I should have put it, took a clip, but right before you get here, there's a there's an intersection where the trail T-bones into kind of a wide gravel road. There really isn't any clear indication from trail markings or anything which way to go, other than going to the right heads uphill. But if you're looking at the information from Yonah Trails, you may get a little confused. So take a right, go uphill, and right around the bend you'll get to this sign here. There's a phone number that you can call to check on the military training dates. I'm not sure if this is still active place or in active use or what, but it would be worth calling that number. I didn't, but I guess I got lucky. See you soon. All right, so I think we've got the summit. Appears to be anyway. Kind of a grassy summit up here. 3166, I think, is the elevation. About 1,700 feet. Climb out of the parking lot. Now this is a bunch of little side trails darting off of this. I'm assuming that's where some of these climbers are. You can see some awesome clearing up here. Great place to camp. Lots of room for campsites. I'm going to look around a little bit. I'll check back in. So one of the problems with trails like this and summits like this that are relatively accessible and used for day recreation like climbing and stuff, and I don't want to point any fingers, is you get this. I can't imagine any reason for that. Guys, if you're going to pack it in, make sure you pack it out. What a shame. Alright, I'm going to explore around a little bit, try to find some rocks. This may not be the best hammocking, but it's the best one I've had. Right here, literally on the edge of Mount Yonah. Pretty awesome. There's gas flying right above my head. Alright, so still here at the summit of Yonah Mountain. As you can see, I've decided to hang out a little bit. It's a short hike, 2.5, like I said, 2.2 miles maybe a shade more. And the same back, it's an out back. So get an early start like I did, and you have time to kill up here. I've got a great spot. I'm gonna try to turn a little bit here in the hammock, but you can see what a great hang spot. I'm right here on the edge. Birds of prey kind of swooping overhead every once in a while, but so I'm literally 3 or 4 steps from the drop off. But so yeah, just to kind of update on the knee, it felt okay coming up. There were a couple times where it just felt a little sore, but not a big deal. We'll see going down. I expect that'll be a little trickier. Fortunately, with the exception of a few spots that are rocky and a couple of boulder scrambles, it's a pretty wide and relatively flat trail. So we'll see how it goes. I'll probably I may take a couple side trails depending on how long I lay here in this hammock. On the way down, there were some spots where I could hear off trail some rock climbers being belayed and so forth. So I may take a look there. We'll just see how time's going. But man, what a great day hike! I highly recommend it, man. If you're in this area, and it's roughly halfway between Helen and Cleveland, Georgia. In fact, right here from my spot, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but in the distance, the two most prominent mountains on the horizon there are Cow Rock and maybe just make out Blood. So if you've hiked the AT in Georgia, you know what I'm talking about there. But yeah, what a great day hike. Again, I recommend it. You can do the hike pretty quickly, a couple of hours probably, 2 or 3 hours if you don't spend time taking in the sights and relaxing. But it's going to be quite a bit longer for me because I've been hanging here in this hammock for about an hour already, and I'm gonna keep hanging for a little bit longer. Grab a snack here in a minute, and then I'll head out. But yeah, I'll check in along the way down, let you know how the knee is doing. I'm not sure that it's ready yet, just based on the ascent. I'm not sure that it's ready yet for a multi-day hike, but maybe we're getting closer. All right, we'll check in again on the way down. Cutting across the summit. I don't really care much about me. Spotted me a couple times. Sorry for the shaky camera. Trying to maneuver these poles. Tell you the sad thing, that deer is eating from a trashed campsite right now. Exactly the opposite of that you want to happen. Sorry for this shaky camera. I'm really just got caught unaware here. These trekking poles are giving me hell. Okay, I'm just getting ready to head back down, but I wanted to point a couple things out to you here. So you got this this bald up here, this kind of bald spot right at the peak. There are, you can't really see them right now, maybe make out a couple of them right there in front of me. There are fire rings dotting this whole field, so room for a number of campers. I would imagine most of the people camping up here are people using the cliffs to climb. But along this field, there are little side trails that lead out to the rock outcroppings. That's where you want to be. It's down one of those that I went to find my camping spot. Now, to leave the summit, you'll leave it on this same gravel road that you came in on, which is right ahead of me. And that will be a fairly wide gravel road for about a half a mile before it narrows down again. All right, check back in soon. Okay, so we're descended about halfway down. Mostly smooth, as I was saying before. There are little periods of rock. There was one rock scramble so far. This is an area that I'm gonna have to squeeze through. Let's see. I got a knee I'm dealing with and these trekking poles. Let's see if I can get down this spot here. Ooh, I don't, if it's a disaster, you'll hear it at least, right? Okay. Let's see. I remember this coming up. Just have to take it slow here. Sorry about the crazy camera angles, but all right. So yeah, so this is the trail. Goes up a little bit here, and but it's down most of the way. You can see the switch back down that way. Not sure if I'll check in again before I get to the parking lot, but if not, I'll see you then. So I showed you a couple of rough rock scramble portions and some of the trail near the summit, but much of the trail to get to that field about halfway up kind of looks like this. Pretty easy. So the one thing I did want to point out, though, is if you plan on camping up there, I did not see any kind of what I would consider legit water sources. There's a footbridge here right at the beginning. Nothing running under it. However, even if there was, it's close enough to the parking lot where you just want to carry your water, and if you were depending on that. Up near the summit, there were a couple of trickles. Oh, there's a cool little campsite right there. Kind of tucked away, a little stealth site near that big boulder. There are a couple trickles crossing the stream near the summit. I'm not sure where that water was coming from. Maybe rain runoff from earlier in the week that's pooled somewhere. I just don't know, and I haven't seen it written up anywhere yet, so I haven't done the research. I'll try to find that out and include that someplace, if not in the video down below. But so this is pretty much what we're looking like on the lower levels. Again, like I said, there was folks camping on these lower levels earlier. I don't know if they're still set up, but all right, we're gonna finish this thing out, and like I said, I'll probably catch back up with you at the car. All right, well, that wraps this one up. My GPS or the Trails app was recorded 5.4 miles. That's up and straight back. A couple little side trails I took in there for views and such, but oh, that explains, that bus back there kind of explains all the noise I heard on the lower cliffs, lower walls up there where folks go to climb. But heard that on the descent. A lot more cars than when I got here early this morning. I do recommend getting an early start. It is boiling out here right now, and it was cooler this morning, but the humidity was still damn near 100%. So anyway, I had about 1,840 feet of elevation gain. Elevation loss can be about the same since I just retraced my steps. This is going to wrap it up. The knee, man, I'm not sure I'm ready to test it on a multi-day trip, as I said before, but feels pretty good right now. On the descent, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. In fact, wasn't bad, except on some of the rock stairs. But anyway, all right, well, we'll hit the road now. Going to go get something to eat. I'm going to go check in on the guys over at Wander, North Georgia. I've been following them for a while on social media, and now I'm going to go check them out at their retail location. Been looking forward to doing that. All right, till next time, guys.